So today we're going to be working on a strong foundation, and you'll see what that means throughout the class, but really focusing on feet, the strength and sturdiness of our legs, in grounding down even as we root up. So if you're not on your back, go ahead and make your way to your back. Block is optional for this class. It will be helpful. All right. And then from here, bring the hands down by the hips, bend both legs, hip distance. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, release. Moving with your breath. And then once you have your breath linked to the movement, let's focus on the strength of our feet and legs, but also the arching of the back. So gently pressing into the forearms and shoulders to create more of a chest opener as we evenly press into the feet. So pressing with the forearms and feet, essentially, moving with your breath. At the top of the next one, let's hold there and then move into heel lifts. So come to the balls of the feet and then lower. Lift and lower. You could do this with your breath or a little faster, but try to press into the big toe. Most of us have a tendency to roll to the outside edges of the feet when we do this. So really focus on pressing into those big toes. Warming up the feet, calves. 2 more. And then lower everything down, hug the knees into the chest. Option to gently rock side to side. And meet in center, release the feet down. Slide them over to the edges of the mat so they're wider than hip distance. Arms out to a T. Deep breath in. Exhale both knees to the right as the feet stay wide. So you'll feel that stretch through the front of the left thigh and hip. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Now the stretch is through the right. Then moving with the breath. Ooh, did you guys hear that crack? My pop of my hip. Then the next time the knees are facing the right, go ahead and leave them there. Activate the core a little bit, tuck the pelvis just a tiny bit. Option to place the right foot on the left thigh to kind of weigh it down. Turn and look at the left hand. Make sure that core is active to protect your spine. Release the right foot from the thigh. Inhale, center. Exhale, the knees to the left, head to the right. Option to place the left foot on the right thigh. Keep that slight core activation. Release the foot from the thigh, legs back to center. Hold on to the back of the thighs this time. Start to rock front to back, massaging the spine. If you have vertigo or this doesn't feel good on the back, just press on up to seated. Everyone else, let's do 2 more rocks and then come all the way up to seated and through to all fours. And then from here, moving into a nice slow cat and cow with the breath. Focusing on linking the breath to the movement, feeling the strength of the arms and the core. The meeting in center, tucking the toes, coming on up to down dog. It's our first down dog of the day, so pedal out those feet. Don't straighten the legs yet. Calves and hamstrings are likely too tight. Then from here, we're going to keep the legs bent. Try to shift the weight as much as we can to the feet. Start to walk the hands toward the feet so we end up in a forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Keep the hands at the top. Interlace the hands. Turn the palms up. Come up to the balls of the feet. Find your strength and foundation there. And then let's do a slow balls of the feet walk to the top of the mat. As you can see, it's a little harder than you would think. And then meeting up top, lowering the arms and the feet. All right, from here, let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold, legs bent, back straight. Inhale, chair, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, airplane. Inhale all the way up, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, straight back down. Bring the arms back. And then chair. Airplane. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, up. Now, if you'd like, you could speed this up, so kind of a squat, working on arm momentum, coming back up. So this is really about shoulder mobility and leg strength. And then whether you're speeding this up or sticking with that slow and controlled, focusing on strength at the top, let's add coming up to the balls of the feet. Find your drishti and your foundation, and then back down. Just a couple more at whatever speed you want. One more. And then lower the feet, bring the hands through heart center. Good. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half fold, hands on the shins or the thighs. Exhale, release. Step the right leg back, drop the knee, kneeling lunge. Inhale the arms up. Left arm forward, right arm back, and swing. Working on shoulder mobility. Make sure that right glute is firing so you feel a nice stretch through the front of the right thigh and the right hip flexor. Notice the creakiness in the upper back. We'll get Loosen that up. Then inhale the arms straight up. Enjoy the kneeling lunge stretch. Exhale the hands down to the mat. Tuck the right toes, lift up to high lunge. Inhale up to high lunge. So you're on the ball of the right foot instead of heel like warrior one. From here, we're going to straighten the left leg, circle the arms back to high lunge. Straighten, circle, high lunge. So working on balance, strength, and flexibility here. Finding your strong foundation to flow through this. One more and then we'll meet in high lunge. From here, interlace the hands to the back of the skull and just tip back a little bit. You feel an awesome stretch through that right thigh, right hip flexor. Inhale the arms up, down to the ground. Drop the right knee. Swing the left leg back. Press back to child's pose. You can widen the knees if you'd like. Lower the forehead to the ground. A few more deep breaths here. From here, inhale up. Bring the knees back hip distance. Shift to a kneeling plank. Exhale, slow chaturanga release. Inhale, baby cobra. Tuck the toes. Slide the hands out to fingertips. Look down at the mat, lift the kneecaps, and hold. Slide the hands back under the shoulders, release the forehead. Inhale up and back to child's pose. And then back up to all fours. Swing the right leg forward. Come on up to kneeling lunge. This time shoulder rolls. Make sure that left glute is on so you feel the stretch through the left hip flexor, left thigh. Working on loosening up those shoulders and upper back. I hear some creaking in my neck as well. Then inhale the arms up. Interlace the hands, bring them to the base of the skull, lean back. Left glute is strong. Core is on. Inhale the arms up. Then down to the mat. Tuck the left toes, lift up the knee. High lunge. Find your balance, find your foundation. Inhale up to high lunge. Once you found your drishti, your gaze, start to straighten. Swoop the arms back. High lunge. Link your breath. Inhale as you get to lunge. Exhale as you straighten an arm swoop. Meet in center. Interlace the hands, bring them to the base of the skull. Lean back. Inhale the arms up, bring them down to the ground. Drop the left knee, swing the right leg back, press back to child's pose, knees wide or not, your choice. Walk the hands over to the right side of the mat to stretch the left side of the body. Back to center and then over to the left side. Back to center. Inhale forward to a kneeling plank. Exhale, slow chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, or if your back feels nice and warm, you can press up to full cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, press up and back to down dog. Deep breaths here. More important to have straight back than to have straight legs. Actually, with legs bent, you'll get a deeper stretch through the back of the ankle and the calf. Then look between the hands, walk the feet forward to forward fold. And inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale the hands through heart center. Good. From here, inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. This time, left leg straight back, preparing for warrior one. Inhale up, warrior one. Start to straighten the leg, pull the arms to cactus. Inhale back to traditional warrior one. A few more like this. Then hold warrior one. Exhale the hands to the ground, turn into a lunge. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten to hamstring stretch. Woo. Inhale, lunge. If you have blocks, they can be really helpful here, especially if you have long legs, tight legs, all of the above. Then let's meet in lunge, one of your challenges for today. And then we're going to drop and tap the left knee and straighten. Exhale, tap. Inhale, straighten. Just 3 more. Tap. Really isolating the hip flexor, thigh, and hip. Last one. Meet and lunge, straighten that right leg, stretch it out. Start to bend the right leg. Option to shift the weight to the right leg, lifting the left for warrior three. You can keep the hands on the ground or try to balance, your choice. Block can also be under the hands as well. Slowly come back to the lunge. Place the hands down, step back to plank. Deep breath in, side out. Drop the knees, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. From here, bend the legs. Bring the left foot forward between the hands for warrior one. Place the right heel down. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, straighten, pull the arms to cactus. Inhale, back, warrior one. Exhale, straighten, cactus. Good. This one, holding traditional warrior one. Left leg is bent 90-degree angle, knee over ankle, pressing into the outer edge of the right foot. Exhale the hands down, turn into a lunge. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Again, welcome to use blocks here. Oops. Next time we're in lunge, let's meet there. Sinking the hips, nice long spine. Exhale, tap the right knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Just 3 more. Last one. And then here's your break. Straighten the left leg for hamstring stretch. So left leg is locked, or sorry, straight but not locked. Come back to lunge. Start to shift the weight to the left leg. Right foot comes up, warrior 3. You can also use the block here. Try to keep those right toes turned down to the ground. Start to bend the left leg, come back to lunge. Swing the left leg back to plank. Deep breath in, side out. Drop the knees, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breaths. From here, let's walk our feet to the edges of the mat. Turn the toes out, bring the heels to the ground, bend the legs, and start to walk the hands back till you have all the weight in the feet. Come to the fingertips of the hands. This is a high Malasana, Garland pose. Then if you'd like to come down, you can, or you could stay up there. So just shift the hips down, hands to prayer, breathe. Otherwise, stay where you are. This one is a deeper stretch, but the other one stretches and strengthens. And then wherever you are, bring the hands to the ground, shift the hips up, turn the feet parallel, walk them so they're hip distance, and then hang out and forward fold. Press evenly into the feet. So your foundation in the pose here. So notice if you've shifted to the outer edges or the insides of the feet. Bend the knees slightly. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale the hands to heart center. All right. So if you have a wall or something to hold on to, this could be helpful. So place fingertips on the wall or anything you're going to hold on to. Right toes facing the wall. Reach for the left foot. Start by pulling the heel to the butt. So just a regular quad stretch to start. Root down through the right foot. Then move the grip to the inside of the foot. Start to push the foot into the hand so you hinge forward into dancer pose. And again, you can be holding on to something or not. Slowly come back up. Shake that right leg out. Then shift the weight to the left leg. Left fingertips on the wall. Hold on to the right foot. Pull the heel to the butt. Starting with just a nice stretch. Then start to shift the hand to the inside of the foot and bend into dancer. So pushing evenly into the hand as you're pushing the foot into the hand. So hand pulls, foot pushes. And slowly come back. Then meet on up at the top of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, release. Bring the hands, come down to all fours. Then this is where you may or may not need the block and come to kneeling. If this is too much for the knees, place the block underneath the sit bones. Then interlace the hands. If you're not using the block, you can use it here. Everyone else, you could just interlace the hands. Pull the hands or the block apart. Tuck the chin slightly. Release the block or the hands. Then shift the hips, come to seated on the block, lowest height, or a pillow, folded up blankets, whatever. Left leg straight, right leg tucks behind, and even on a block this might be accessible. That's okay. If it isn't, just come to regular Janu Shasana A. But if this is accessible, you want the toes pointing back, okay, and you're not sitting on the foot. Then make sure both sit bones are on the block or the floor. Exhale, hinge. And slowly come up. Untuck this right leg, bring it across the straight leg, then use the left arm to hook and pull the thigh in as you twist, looking over the back right shoulder. Unwind, and then this right leg, just slide it over, and the bottom left leg, diagonal it, point the toes, pigeon toe. All right, so if this is really intense, just stay as is. Otherwise, you can lift the right arm, bend, left hand for cow face, and then hinge. Oh, you should feel that in the IT band, the sciatica of the left leg, and then the outside of the right hip, and then obviously the shoulders if you're adding that. Slowly come up, release the arms, release the legs. Same thing on the other side. So situate yourself on your block or your blankets or the floor. Tuck the left leg back and make sure both sit bones are still on the floor because the left hip will want to pop up. So bring it back down. Make sure the toes are pointing behind you and not out to the side. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge. And again, if this is too much for the knee, just bend into regular Janu Shirshasana A. Come on up. Untuck the left leg. Bring it across the right. Reach the right arm forward. Hook the thigh. Pull it in as close as you can. Then twist looking over the back left shoulder. Keep the fingertips as close to the block as you can, or you can wrap behind the body. Unwind to center. Slide that top leg over so it's knee on knee and you're on the side of the foot. Diagonal the bottom right leg. Point it, pigeon toe it. Option to stay right here and hinge, or left arm up, right arm back, cow face, and then hinge. Come on up. Release the arms. Come off of the block. If you have the block, place it behind you. If not, you'll just lay flat on the floor. We're going to lay on the block so it's between the shoulder blades. Slowly. And then if your head doesn't comfortably reach the mat, You can interlace the hands behind the head to bring it more height, and then open the feet to butterfly. If the head feels okay on the ground, bring the arms out to a T, palm up. And then let's move into a deep belly breath here because the belly's nice and open. So breathe into that space beneath the belly button. Slowly bring the knees together. Roll to one side so you can move the block out of the way. Keep it handy. All right. From here, we're going to slide the block underneath the sacrum at middle height. If you don't have a block, you're going to just lift up in a bridge and hold. Breathe. If you're using the block, you can flip the arms up to cactus. If you don't have a block, go ahead and lower. Take a breather so your arm or legs don't fatigue, and then come back up. We'll do 5 more breaths. If you're holding, go ahead and lower, and then slide your hands under your sacrum. Everyone with the block, lift the legs. You could also flip to lowest height here if you prefer. Gives more width for the legs. Then point the toes and flex. So pressing in to the arms still. Point and flex. Then rotate the ankles. This is a supported shoulder stand variation. Rotate. And then from here, squeeze the thighs together, point the toes. Flex, still squeezing the thighs together. And then bend the legs. Straighten the right leg along the mat. If you don't have a block, slide the hands out and just stretch that right leg, stretching the right hip flexor. And switch legs, bend the right, straighten the left. And again, even without a block, this will stretch that hip flexor. You just get a little deeper stretch with the block. Bend the leg, lift yourself up, remove the block, roll onto the right side, reach for the left foot with the left hand, pull it into the butt, breathe. Release, bring the left leg in front for figure 4. And then open up the arms to a T, looking over at the left hand. This is a reverse figure four, so leg will touch, but shoulder may not. That's okay. Unwind to the back, and then roll onto the left side, resting the head on the arm, reaching for the right foot, pulling the heel to the hip. Release the foot, bring it in front, figure four, and open up. Oh, this side's so much tighter. Slowly unwind to your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Option to gently rock side to side. And then press up or rock up to seated. Come to easy pose. Close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall and take inventory of how the body feels after class. Hopefully you feel longer, stronger, more rooted, firm and strong foundation. And bring the hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.